Chapter 6, Mishnah 7. For immersion to be valid, every surface of the object or person being immersed must come into contact with the mikveh water at the same time. The Mishnah begins by stating the law of an object that is too large to fit in a mikveh. Its specific example is a bed whose legs are so tall that the top of the bed cannot enter the mikveh unless the legs are pushed at least partially onto the mikveh's floor, which consists of mud. If someone immersed a bed in a mikveh, even though its legs sink into the thick mud at the floor of the mikveh, it is tahor, i.e. the immersion is valid, because the waters of the mikveh comes before the mud. Although the legs are not in the mikveh, rather they are in the mud floor, while the rest of the bed is in the mikveh, the entire bed is considered to be immersed in the mikveh water at one time. This is because the water comes before the mud, which means that the legs pass through the water before they enter the mud. The wetness on the legs, which remain even after the legs sink into the mud, is a continuation of the mikveh water. Thus, every part of the bed, including the legs, is in contact with mikveh water at the same time. The Mishnah teaches another law about a shallow mikveh. A mikveh whose water is too shallow for immersion can be made usable as follows. One presses down into it even bundles of wood or even bundles of reeds, so that its water level rises, and one may then go down and immerse in it. By filling part of the mikveh with solid material, one makes the water in the rest of the mikveh rise until it is deep enough for immersion. The Mishnah teaches how to immerse a very small object that one is afraid of losing in the water of the mikveh. If a needle is placed on one of the steps that lead down into a cave, the mikveh, i.e. the mikveh, and one moves the water in the mikveh back and forth, that is, he makes waves in the water so that it flows into the step with the needle. As soon as the wave passes over the needle, it is tahor. The owner of the needle, who is afraid of losing it in the mikveh, may place it on one of the steps that lead down into the mikveh, and then make waves in the water so that a wave will splash onto the step and cover the needle. Provided that the water in the wave is attached to the mikveh when it covers the needle, it makes the needle tahor.